Good evening. The time is 9 p.m. U.S. Central Time. The U.S. Supreme Court is on a so far steady path of allowing individual states to enforce their own election rules. City officials in Philadelphia will release bodily cam footage in yesterday's shooting of a mentally impaired black man. And the fall and winter upsurge in the coronavirus has arrived with a vengeance as promised. Those are the headlines. My name is Tom Edwards with details now, coming to you live from Chicago on Radio Classics. The U.S. Supreme Court has decided that North Carolina will be allowed to count votes for up to 9 days after the election, as long as ballots are postmarked by Election Day. The court preserved a similar state ruling in Pennsylvania, allowing the counting of ballots there received up to 3 days after election time, even if there is no legible postmark. Those are wins for Democrats, but they are also reminders that counting delays may prevent a clear winner from being known on election night. Elsewhere today, a federal appeals court ruled that mailed-in ballots in Minnesota must be received no later than Election Day. The Secretary of State had attempted to extend the deadline due to coronavirus problems, but the court said that existing state law clearly prohibits any deviation from the 8 p.m. Election Day deadline. Races other than the presidency are on the ballot, of course, and the nonpartisan political analysis firm Inside Elections is forecasting that Democrats will win a net gain of between 14 and 20 seats in the House of Representatives. They also predict a net gain of anywhere from 4 to 6 seats in the Senate, which would be enough to gain majority control of that chamber as well. Inside Elections has shifted 3 races from toss-up status to favoring the Democrats in the past several days, those being Alaska plus the 2 Senate seats in Georgia. Philadelphia officials say they will release the police body cam footage and the 9/11 telephone audio tapes in connection with the shooting of Walter Wallace Jr., an armed black man reportedly with a history of mental health issues following 3 nights of unrest in the city. The Philadelphia Commissioner of Police pledged yesterday that her office would release the video and audio footage in the near future, but will first meet with Wallace's family to ensure they get an opportunity to see the materials first. The Kentucky Attorney General's office and a lawyer for the ex-police officer who was charged in connection with the raid that left Breonna Taylor dead are arguing against releasing investigative materials from the case to the public. The Louisville Courier-Journal newspaper has asked for the documents to be filed as part of the court's public record. They say the public deserves to know how the case is being handled. In Virginia, meanwhile, Governor Ralph Northam has signed police overhaul legislation which includes a ban on no-knock warrants. The Taylor case brought new scrutiny of the controversial tactic, and 3 states have now banned it. Here is our nightly coronavirus update. The pandemic is becoming so serious again in Europe that France and Germany have both announced new 4-week comprehensive lockdowns in an attempt to curb the spread. India's case total has surged past 8 million, putting it in second place behind the U.S., which still has the unpleasant distinction of being the global leader with almost 9 million cases. Other than President Trump himself, who continues to paint a falsely optimistic picture, the White House Virus Task Force is warning of a persistent and broad spread of COVID-19, especially in the western half of the United States. Dr. Anthony Fauci says we are on a difficult trajectory. Fauci notes that virus cases are rising now in 47 states and that hospitals across the U.S. are once again being overwhelmed. Here are the current virus numbers from Johns Hopkins University Medical Center. Total cases now in the U.S., 8,900,000. That is up by approximately 70,000 from yesterday's number. The death toll now stands at 228,000, an increase of 800 over yesterday's estimate. The financial news and weather report after this.
Planning a trip to visit family? Leaving your home increases your chances of getting and spreading COVID-19. Some state or local governments are issuing orders and guidance, such as stay at home or shelter in place. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends you stay home except to get groceries, medications, or other essentials. If you must travel, follow the state or local guidance where you are, along your route, and at your destination. For more information, visit cdc.gov.
9:06 p.m. U.S. Central Time. In financial news, initial weekly U.S. jobless claims came in at a level less severe than that anticipated by most analysts. The expert consensus was for 778, but the actual total came in at 751 million. That is down by about 40,000 from the previous week. Continuing jobless claims came in at 7.75 million, and that is a reduction of 700,000 from the prior week. The better-than-expected data came as lawmakers failed to reach a deal on new U.S. fiscal stimulus. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell adjourned the Senate earlier this week, essentially shutting the door on any aid bill being passed before the election. On Wall Street, modest moves to the upside on the three major indexes today. Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 139 to close at 26,659. NASDAQ was up 181 to 11,186. And the S&P 500 finished at 3,310. That's plus 39 points. And now the weather report. Hurricane Zeta hit Louisiana as a Category 2 storm yesterday, leaving millions of people on the Gulf Coast without power and causing at least 5 deaths. It has since diminished in strength to tropical storm level. Its path over land was an incredibly fast 55 miles per hour, and it is already out to sea off the shores of New Jersey. Elsewhere, light snowfall is expected across the interior Northeast and parts of New England. For Chicagoland, tonight, cloudy and cool, low around 34, 30% rain chance up until midnight or so, then clearing in the later hours. Breezy, with winds gusting occasionally up to 30 miles per hour. Tomorrow, Friday, mostly sunny, high of 45. Tomorrow night, continued clear, low of 36. Then peeking ahead to the weekend, warmer and pleasant on Saturday with 59 degrees and sunny. And then for Sunday, continued clear, though not as warm, high in the low to mid-40s. Our current conditions, Midway Airport is reporting 42 degrees, Lakefront 41, relative humidity 65%. Winds are out of the north at 15, gusting up to 30 miles per hour. AccuWeather radar is all clear. The time is 9:09 p.m. and once again, here at Radio City, we have 41 chilly degrees.
Live from Chicago, Variety Broadcast presents Radio Classics. Now, here's your host, Tom Edwards.
My high starch collar and my high top shoes and my hair piled high upon my head, I went to lose a jolly hour on the trolley and lost my heart instead. With his light brown derby and his bright green tie, he was quite the handsomest of men. I started to yen, so I counted to 10, then I counted to 10 again. Clang, 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 went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. From the moment I saw him, I fell. Chug, chug, chug went the motor. Bump, bump, bump went the brake. Thump, thump, thump went my heartstrings. When he smiled, I could feel the car shake. Clang, clang, clang. He tipped his hat and took a seat. He said he hoped he hadn't stepped upon my feet. He asked my name, I held my breath. I couldn't speak because he scared me half to death. Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Plop, plop, plop went the wheels. Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to go, then I started to know how it feels when the universe reels.
The day was bright, the air was sweet. The smell of honeysuckle charmed you off your feet. You tried to sing, but couldn't squeak. In fact, you loved him so you couldn't even speak.
Buzz, buzz, buzz went the buzzer. Plop, plop, plop went the wheels. Stop, stop, stop went my heartstrings. As he started to leave, I took hold of his sleeve with my hand. And as if it were planned, he stayed on with me, and it was grand just to stand with his hand holding mine to the end of the line.
Clang, clang, clang with the trolley. Clang, clang with the trolley. Sing, sing, sing with my
Radio Classics, starting us off with the fabulous Judy Garland. And let's see, we have a $5 winner on that round. Celeste gets things started for us with Name the Performer. Good job, Judy Garland, absolutely right. And I'll tell you what that's about if you're new to the broadcast or new to that part of the game anyway. We've expanded our game show, our trivia game, to include a little Name the Artist with each record that we play, and we add $5 to your total for each one that you guess correctly. Oh, and any that are not guessed, the funds go into the Mr. J. Cat Rockefeller Treat Treasury. And I think he's getting close to about $100 now, so he's got his money saved up for a trip to PetSmart. And we'll pick up, I don't know, 70 or 80 pounds of Temptations. Those are his favorite brand. The turkey flavor, tuna flavor, salmon. They've got a nice smorgasbord of kitty cat treats. So, Rocky, thanks you for that. I made myself a couple of hand-scratched notes just before I went on the air to share some political notes and editorialize a bit. I hope I can read my own handwriting. Do you know this whole Hunter Biden thing with the laptop and Rudy Giuliani? You know something? I am a very eager aficionado of news and public affairs and politics. I read tons of material during political season. Well, I read anyway, just to stay informed. For one thing, I've mentioned this many times, I don't care for television. So I get my news from the internet and newspapers, and I read. I take in a lot of material. So I have paid close attention, but I couldn't tell you what this whole Hunter Biden thing is about, I don't think, to save my life. It's so convoluted and ridiculous. I know what the real story is. That I can tell you. When Joe Biden was the vice president under Mr. Obama, he led a task force, and they put pressure on the government of Ukraine to clean up their act. They had a crooked prosecutor in the national office, the National Crime Investigation Office, and the entire world was aware of this. And the United Nations, I believe, had even passed a resolution about the matter, wanting Ukraine to clean up its act. And they finally did. And one of the things that Mr. Biden pressured this government was to get rid of this guy. He was a crook, and everybody knew it. It wasn't that he was investigating Mr. Biden for anything. The whole problem was that he was not investigating things as he should. And the American administration put pressure on Ukraine to get rid of this crook. They did. All right, that's the real story. Now, what the Fox 32, excuse me, I shouldn't have said Fox 32. You know what I did there? That's our local channel. I used to work for them, in fact. Fox Network is what I meant to say. And Breitbart and Newsmax and all of the crazy right-wing news sites on the internet, they're all trying to say that Hunter Biden was involved in something illegal. They don't say what, really. They just say it as though him being on the board of directors of a utility company was itself illegal, which it isn't. That part of it, there's nothing wrong with that. And his father was not in any position to funnel business his way because it's a foreign country. What they're trying to say is that this former prosecutor in Ukraine was investigating Hunter Biden for something, and so his father put pressure on the government to fire him. Well, that just wasn't the case. But anyway, now the plot thickens, as I'm sure you've heard by now. Rudy Giuliani dug up a supposed laptop computer with incriminating emails and dirty pictures and everything else, and then that all fell apart because Rudy made a complete idiot of himself on camera. A woman came to interview him masquerading as a magazine reporter for a conservative publication. Next thing you know, he's on the bed with this woman looking on, and he's got his hand down the front of his pants, claiming that he's tucking in his shirt. Well, now Tucker Carlson gets in on the act and says that he has a whole treasure trove of documents that were being sent to him from whatever source we don't know, but evidently they didn't make any carbon copies, and now this whole treasure trove of documents is lost. And this is Tucker Carlson on Fox News. Expects us to believe that. In this day and age, what do they do? Take it to the corner mailbox? You could transmit something electronically and have it there safely in seconds and know instantly if the material got there. But no, they decide to send it by the post office or something, and all of it got lost. Did they look in Rudy's pants? Maybe that's where the documents are. I mean, they are so desperate and so nutty to try to cook up some kind of, defamatory October surprise on Joe Biden. And he's not the kind that you agreed with every step of the way throughout his legislative career. He did a few things that, even he himself now says in hindsight were mistakes. He's not exactly the most perfect as far as a legislative record, but the guy's honest. He's clean as a whistle. And they're making themselves just look absolutely ridiculous trying to gin up this dirt on him. It's just making them all look like a pack of fools. Well, speaking of pack of fools, that's not us. I'm talking about the Republicans. All right, 18 minutes after 9 o'clock, and we've got our trivia game ready to get rolling, our fabulous game show, and you, our good contestants, I'm glad you're here. I see several of our friends with us. A couple of them have dropped off in the past minute or two while I was talking. I hope they didn't get bored with the political commentary. I know that a couple of our friends have had connection problems with the internet, and I see them go on and off, so maybe they'll come back. But hello to the ones that I do see still in the room. Bill is here, and Celeste, Ronnie, also known as Veronica, Susan is here, and of course Mr. J. Cat Rockefeller. My friend and neighbor Barb is listening. She doesn't participate on the chat board, but she always listens, and we're glad to have her. All right, we will do a quick commercial break and then come back and get the trivia game started, so don't go away.
New from Standard Brands, soft Bluebonnet margarine, soft enough to spread on a potato chip. And Bluebonnet did it to demonstrate a great new margarine discovery. New soft Bluebonnet, so soft it spreads on anything, from thinnest crackers to softest white bread. Just taste that great Bluebonnet flavor. And it's low in saturated fat. 2 table service tubs in every pound.
Everything's better with Blue Bonnet on it.
Everything's better with Blue Bonnet on it. All right, I'm just making a note on my scoreboard here. Celeste is in an early lead with $5, and that's thanks to Name the Artist, Name the Performer. Each time we play a song, the first person to correctly type the answer onto the chat board as to who is singing or playing, if it's an instrumental, they get $5 added to their total. And our trivia contest works like this. We give away Monopoly money, and whoever has collected the most Monopoly dollars by the end of the broadcast wins a fabulous, prestigious, very expensive grand prize. Tonight we are giving away the second of the Brown Properties, Baltic Avenue. All right, now remember, please, no search engines. It's all right to ask your hubby poo or wifey poo, or your kitty cat, or your canary, if he can talk. But please, no search engines, no asking Alexa or Siri. Be careful also about multi-part questions. We do those from time to time. So if we do include a multi-part question, make sure you give us a multi-part answer so we can count your entry. All right, those are the rules. Let's get the fun underway. Push the button. Here we go. Question number 1. $25. We're starting off with sweets and treats. In the year 1915, the CEO of this sweets and treats manufacturer made a bold move by doing something totally new and unprecedented. He sent free samples of his products to every address listed in the entire collection of United States phone books, every name and address he could find. It was the first ever direct marketing campaign of this sort. Here's an extra hint. The company was based in Chicago. Okay, you got all of that? $25 value. Sweets and treats, the category. In the year 1915, the CEO of this sweet and treat manufacturer, his name, by the way, is the same as the company. That should help. He made a bold move by mailing free samples to every address in the entire collection of U.S. phone books all over the country. Millions of people sent them a free sample of his product. The company was based in Chicago. Tell me his name or the company name. Same thing, either way. $25 for the first correct answer on the board, and another $5 if you can tell us the performer of this fine recording.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. You might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away, on the road and hanging by a song. But the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. It keeps changing fast and it don't last for long. But the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. The shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. He climbed Cathedral Mountains. He saw silver clouds below. He saw everything as far as you can see. And they say that he got crazy once and he tried to touch the sun, and he lost a friend but kept the memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forests and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His sight is turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. In the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Talk to God and listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of a simple thing cannot comprehend. While they try to tear the mountains down to bring in a couple more people, more scars upon the land. In the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Though he'd be poor and mad if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire and everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High, Colorado. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High.
Radio Classics bringing you the talents of the late, great Mr. John Denver. We have a winner on that round and a winner on the trivia game. We'll tell you all about that after we do this date in history. Rocky, can you reach the button to play the history music? Yeah, the one on the left, please. Okay, thank you. Please open your history book to page 29. As in the 29th of October. On this date in 1998, John Glenn, American astronaut, big hero, returns to space after nearly 4 decades. He became, as we know, the first American to orbit the Earth, and then, after a long career, went into space once again as a specialist aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery at age 77 years of age. Think how honored he must have felt by that. What a great career. 1929, on this date, it was Black Tuesday, the big stock market crash, the one that heralded the beginning of the Great Depression. 1971, guitarist Duane Allman of the Allman Brothers Band died in a motorcycle accident. He was 24 years old. 1901, on this date, President William McKinley's assassin was executed. They wasted no time on this. He was shot, and then 6 weeks later, the assailant was put to death in the electric chair. 1956, on this date, Israel invaded Egypt, setting off the Suez Crisis. In the year 1618, Sir Walter Raleigh, English adventurer, writer, and favorite courtier of Queen Elizabeth I, was beheaded in the Tower of London for conspiring against King James I 15 years earlier. Boy, talk about holding a grudge, huh? Famous birthdays today, or infamous in this case, Joseph Goebbels, Nazi minister of propaganda, born 1897. I would imagine that Stephen Miller in the Trump administration has his picture on the wall today, huh? Richard Dreyfuss, American actor, celebrating number 73. Kate Jackson, actress, 72. Randy Jackson, singer, one of the Jackson 5 family, is celebrating number 59. And actress Winona Ryder, 49 candles on her cake today.
Let's put together some great go-togethers. One hungry boy, one boy-sized sandwich, a piece of fruit, And then watch one lunch come to life with good hot Campbell's soup. Campbell's nourishing tomato soup is a great go-together with a ham and cheese sandwich. Another great go-together, Campbell's vegetable soup with a sliced chicken sandwich. Or you might prefer Campbell's chicken noodle soup with a hot dog. All great go-togethers. Any kind of sandwich, so many kinds of soup.
Soup and sandwich, soup and sandwich. Have your favorite Campbell soup and sandwich. Anytime or weather, soup and sandwich go together.
Have you had your Campbell soup today?
I see our friend Sherry has ambled in a little bit late. We expect to see a note from your parents excusing you for the tardiness, but we made you a soup and sandwich. We thought you might be hungry, so sit down, join the coffee klatch. All right, to round 2 now of our trivia game, and we have a couple of winners to tell you about. Celeste picked up $25 on the sweets and treats question. Mr. Wrigley, the founder of the Wrigley Chewing Gum, he sent free samples to every address he could find listed in phone books across the United States. Millions of pieces of chewing gum went all over the country. And a $5 win for Susan, who correctly identified John Denver on Rocky Mountain High. Good job. And now we move on to question 2. This time we are at geography for the category, a $25 question. If you work crossword puzzles like I do, you'll know this one, I'll betcha. Geography, $25. This is the oldest active volcano on the planet. It is found in the Italian city of Sicily. Tell me its name. Geography, the category. This is the oldest active volcano on the planet. It is found on the Italian island of Sicily. First correct answer on the board picks up $25, and we have another $5 available if you can identify the singer. On this one, give it a shot and good luck.
Got on board a westbound 747. Didn't think before deciding what to do. Oh, that talk of opportunities, TV breaks and movies rang true, sure and true. Seems it never rains in Southern California. Seems I've often heard that kind of talk before. It never rains in California, but girl, don't they warn ya, it pours, man, it pours. Out of self-respect, I'm out of breath. I'm underloved, I'm underfed. I wanna go home. It never rains in California, but girl, don't they warn ya, it pours, man, it pours. Folks back home, I nearly made it. Had offers, but don't know which one to take. Please don't tell them how you found me. Don't tell them how you found me. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Never rains in Southern California. There's our weather report, courtesy of Albert Hammond. Ronnie mentions that, like the lyric says, she's out of bread, too. It reminds me of one of the Three Stooges lines. We used to work in a bakery, but didn't like the bread, so we went on the loaf. Okay, Onion Head, back to your cage. Now, let's see. No winner on the trivia question, I don't think. Let me scroll back and check. Nope, okay. Out of time on that one. I thought, like I mentioned, if you're a crossword puzzle aficionado, you'll get it, because they almost always have that in crossword puzzles, because it's a four-letter word and it's a good, makes up the space between certain letters. It's always a good key ingredient in puzzles. And usually they give the clue Sicilian smoker. Okay, the volcano in Sicily is Etna, E-T-N-A, Mount Etna. All right, maybe you'll do better on round 3. And now we're doing Name That Tune, my favorite. All right, turn up your volume just a little bit. Get ready to listen carefully. And please remember, as always, with the Name That Tune question, it's a two-parter. We need singer and song. And I can give you a little bit of a hint here. An English group that had exactly 12 hit records. This one is far and away their biggest, from 1972. Prize is $25 on this round. Get ready. Here comes your audio clue.
Name that tune.
And now, here's more of Radio Classics with your host, Tom Edwards.
It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Nobody knows where my Johnny has gone, but Judy left the same time. Why was he holding her hand when he's supposed to be mine? It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Play on my records, keep dancing all night, but leave me alone for a while. Till Johnny's dancing with me, I've got no reason to smile. It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Judy and Johnny just walked through the door like a queen with her king. Oh, what a birthday surprise! Judy's wearing his ring. It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to.
So there.
Cry too if
It's my party, and I'll cry if I feel like it. Leslie Gore on Radio Classics, 9:39 in the evening, 21 before 10 o'clock. Now, let's see. I did write the total down, but I forgot to say it. We gave $5 to Susan for her correct answer on Albert Hammond a while ago. And now, let's see. Yeah, we do have a winner on Name That Tune. Okay, good. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. Don't go away.
Hey kids, let's sing that song you like, the one about the sugar cane.
Okay.
C and H, everyone sing about C and H. It's the only pure cane sugar from Hawaii.
That's our sugar.
C&H, C&H.
Mommy used to bake her cakes. She makes the greatest cookies, snacks, and candy. They're
Dan Dandy. Island kids all love that cane. It grows so clean and sweet. They eat it when it's freshly cut.
And then that's quite a treat. Neat!
Blessed by sun, kissed by rain. C&H comes from the sugar cane. It's the only pure cane sugar from Hawaii.
In the bright pink package.
C&H, the pure cane sugar from Hawaii.
All right, audience, round of applause for Ronnie on Name That Tune. Good show. Ronnie picks up 25 on that one. The Hollies, Long Cool Women in a Black Dress. And $5 goes toward Mr. J. Cat Rockefeller's Treat Fund because nobody got Leslie Gore. It's My Party, and I'll cry if you want to. Leslie Gore. All right. We already know this one. We just had a winner on it, but we'll play the record because it's a good one. The Hollies, Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress. All right, the Hollies. Now let's see if we can untangle our scoreboard here because we had a mixture of right answers and wrong answers, and it's sometimes hard to keep track of it because the conversation scrolls by so quickly, and I'm glad it does. I'm always happy to see our friends having fun chit-chatting on the board, but sometimes between the control panel and Mr. Rockefeller in the background here demanding attention, why I sometimes miss things. Blue dress. No, black dress. It's Devil with a Blue Dress On, but that's a different song. And Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress. So Sherry got half of that right. Ronnie got half of it right. So $12.50 apiece. Okay, I think we got it all straightened out. By the way, now, a while ago in running over this date in history, I forgot to tell you what today was. According to nationaldaycalendar.com, it's an important red-letter date. Today is National Cat Day. Did you know that? Well, I didn't mean to forget it. I'm sorry. He's mad because I forgot to send him a card. All right, here comes round 4. And by the way, now our scoreboard looks like this. I show Celeste in the lead with 30. We'll have to have an accounting firm come in and check this out now to make sure that I've got all the arithmetic correct after these corrections. But I think I got it. Celeste is in the lead with 30, and Ronnie and Sherry at 12.50 apiece, and then comes Susan with 10. All right, now here's our next question. Movies, the category. A $25 question. Give me the name of the actor. All right? Name of the actor. The story is about Chuck Noland, a FedEx employee stranded on an uninhabited island after his plane crashes in the South Pacific. Name the star of that film. $25. Movies. The story concerns Chuck Noland, a FedEx employee who becomes stranded on an uninhabited island after his plane crashes in the South Pacific. Who played the male lead, Chuck Noland, in that film? $25 for the first correct answer. Give it a shot. Good luck. No winner as far as naming the orchestra, so I'll tell you that one. Cy Zentner. Cy Zentner and his band with Up a Lazy River. But we do have a winner on the movie category trivia question. Tell you about that in just a moment.
Just for the fun of it, just for the heck of it, just for the taste of it, Diet Coke. Just for the love of it, just for the thrill of it, the real cola taste of it, Diet Coke. Just for the joy of it, just for the just for the fun of it, Diet Coke. Just for the pride of it, just for the taste of it, Diet Coke. Just for the style of it, just for the fling of it, just for the taste of it, Diet Coke. Just for the one of it, just for the fun of it, the real cola taste of it, Diet Coke. Just for the ooh of it, just for the just for the sport of it, Diet Coke. Just for the fun of it, just for the taste of it, Diet Coke.
And Susan gives us her editorial comment on the taste of Diet Coke. She says, yuck. Well, I have to tell you, my favorite, as far as the colas is RC Cola. But as far as soda pop in general, I almost always stick to ginger ale. That's my favorite. All right, now let's see. Ronnie picked up the movie question. Good job. Round of applause. The film was Castaway, and we were looking for the name of the actor. The lead role in that, of course, was Tom Hanks, one of his many good acting jobs. How about that scene where he knocks out his own abscessed tooth? Ooh, speaking as somebody who has had a lot of dental work over the years, that one was chilling. Oh, boy, oh, boy. All right, here comes our next question. How we doing on 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, this is round 5, okay? Round 5, $25 TV trivia this time. This detective show ran for 5 seasons on the ABC network. 3 of the main characters were Jill, Sabrina, and Kelly. Name the show, all right? This detective show ran for 5 seasons on the ABC network. 3 of the main character names, I'm not giving you actors' names, I'm giving you character names, were Jill, Sabrina, and Kelly. Now, you tell me the name of the show. First correct answer on the board picks up 25. And a $5 if you can tell me the artist performing this wonderful song.
You lifted me up, never let me down. And I smile whenever you're around. When I've got a feeling it'll work out right. Can't stop thinking about you every day and night. I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. Yeah, I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. Well, I've been in love and I've lost. I can count the tears, but I can't count the cost. Well, I've been down, I've been used. Now I know that I just can't lose. Ooh, I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. Ooh, I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. Yeah, I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. Ooh, I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me. I got a love, I got somebody's love, got a hold on me.
Radio Classics, We'll give an honorary mention and tip of the hat to Sherry on that one, because that certainly is the distinctive voice, one of the lead singers in Fleetwood Mac. But that was a solo effort. That was billed as Christine McVie. So that's our performer on that one. And Celeste picked up that $5 on that. And then let me see, our TV trivia question, $25. Let me scroll back and double check. I know somebody had that one correct. Where's Charlie's Angels? That was the correct answer. Okay, Susan got that one. Good job. Good job. All right, Susan picks up $25 for Charlie's Angels. And Celeste got the $5 on Christy McVie for I Got a Hold on Me. And it's 9:56 p.m., and we will be back in just a minute to wrap things up. Don't go away.
When it's time to take time out for some refreshment, choose the coolest drink that's ever come to town. Dr. Pepper is the friendly pepper upper, and it never, never, ever lets you down. When the party needs a friendly pepper upper, Dr. Pepper is the drink to pass around. Dr. Pepper is the friendly pepper upper, and it never, never, ever lets you down. Gather round and have a frosty Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is the coolest drink in town. Dr. Pepper is the friendly pepper upper, and it never, never, ever lets you down.
Regular or king size?
Frosty, man. Frosty.
Frosty, man. Frosty. 9:57 in the evening, just about quitting time. So, Maestro, strike up that closing theme song, if you please. All right, I've enjoyed it as always, and I thank you for tuning in. Now, here's how we stand as far as our closing scores on the trivia game. Now, first of all, a round of applause for all of our contestants tonight. Good job. Everybody's a good player and a good sport, and it was a lot of fun. All right, Sherry came in with 1250 tonight. Then we had a tie for second place. 30, 25, 35 apiece, 35 each for Celeste and Susan, and a squeaker. Ronnie pulled ahead with 3750. All right, good job. So Ronnie is our winner tonight of Baltic Avenue. Good job. Add that to your real estate portfolio with our compliments. And I will have the emblem for that posting for you on the screen in just a minute or two. All right, now, as always, thanks for tuning in, and if you would like to tell a friend or two about the broadcast, I'd appreciate that. If you want, you can click the button on our website for sharing on Facebook. That's one way to do it. Or you can tell people in person, just have them click up tomedwards.info on whatever internet device they're using. That's tomedwards.info. And lastly, please keep your mask on whenever you go out in public. We are in the midst of that bad fall and winter surge that they've been warning about with the virus, and it is very active, very dangerous. So please be safe. I care about you, and I want you to come out the other end of this okay. So keep a mask on whenever you go out in public. All right, that's it for now. On behalf of Mr. J. Cat Rockefeller and myself, have a good one. We'll talk to you tomorrow.